Let's look at the question number 34 of test series 4. It is based on the topic of DSA. Here there are two codes which are given. Here this question is of indirect recursion. I'll tell you. So from x2 we are calling x1, then printing, and from once again we are calling x1 only. Now let's look at the code of x1. It is in this we call x2. Fine. So from x2 we call x1 and from x1 we call x2. So it is indirect recursion. And now you are asked, you are given a tree as follows. And this is pointer t. And you need to first find x1 on t. Okay, so let's start with x1. So in x1 we pass t. So first we'll go to its left child. Okay, that is 1, and we call x2 on it. Okay, so for this x2 is done. So here we have to do x2 print. Okay, so first x2 is done. Now we go to 1. Here we need to call x1. So here x1 print x1 was there, and this x1 is done. We come to this one. Now for this one we have called x1. So here x2 p. Now it does not have left child. This is done. It does not have right child. This is done. Now we print. So first number which will be printed will be 1. Then we'll go back to this one. Here now we need to print. So once again we'll print. So it will be 1. So this is also done. Now x1, it does not have right child. So this is also over. Now we'll come back to root. For this, first x2 is done. Now next x2, that is you have to call right. So we'll go here on 3. We'll have x1 p x1. We'll go to left. For this we'll call x2 p. And finally we'll print 3. We'll come back here. This is done. Now we'll print 3. We'll call x1. It does not have right child. This is also done. Now we'll come back to root. Second x2 is also done. Now next is print. So x1t will be 11332. Now let's look at x2 on t. For simplicity, I'll redraw the tree. Okay, so here we are calling with x2, so it will have x1 print x1, it will have x2 print, once again this will have x1 print x1, so it will have 1 1, then will immediately print root, so it will have 1 1 2 3 3. So answer to this question will be A.